Now, listen, you guys, one thing about the Barbz is they do not forget, okay? They're out here dragging the behind out of Karisha, and we're going to be talking about Ming Lee. I woke up to Ming Lee trending on Twitter, and I cannot say that I'm actually surprised given I saw this coming and I said it on this channel. We're also going to be talking about this Fox News anchor that is out there, beefing with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm just like, what is happening right now? Milagro and Ken Barbie got into it again over the Transformer. And Chloe Bailey has got an album coming up. Now, this is actually going to be a news-pegged, video. And these are some of the things that we will be discussing in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys, I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. Now, the relationship between Caresha and Nicki Minaj has always been one that has been shaky. And if you know anything about the Barbz, is that they will hold on to sneaky, shady stuff. They will never let it go. You may think that they've forgotten, but trust me, they will always get you. Especially recently when Caresha tried to be slick with Nicki Minaj and Nicki Minaj was actually being playful with her. And clearly Caresha came out, OGs blazing, trying to make something out of an entire joke. The Barbz haven't forgotten about that. And, the slight shade that Carisha be out there throwing at Nicki Minaj, the Barbz have not forgotten, okay? So she tweeted and said, regretting your tears, I don't chase, I replace them, okay? Now, these are lyrics to Nicki Minaj's song, okay? And her comment section, oh my goodness, the replies to this tweet, you guys, I couldn't believe it, okay? People are like, oh my goodness, F you. You think we don't know that you just teased a new song? You're trying to get traction. The Barbz were eating her up. The Barbz were swallowing her up alive, okay? And somebody said, wait, you don't even like Nicki, what's tea? And things like that. People are not buying it. People are not having it. And that's certainly one thing about the Barbz. I think that this protective nature was also amplified by the H train. Like when people do the worst to a point where, the Barbz just feel like, listen, we have to have our guard up all the time. And that being said, do I think that Karisha was actually trying to pander to the Barbz or was trying to have a moment of selling a song? I don't think so. Sadly, I don't think so. The truth is, Nicki Minaj's catalog is very long, and it seems like this woman really raps like a prophetess or something because she has lyrics for every situation, if we're going to be honest. So you may act like you don't like her. You may act like she's not this amazing, impactful person. But in all reality, you guys, let us be honest. Name one rapper who has a lyric for every situation like Nicki Minaj. There is absolutely no one, both male and female. Their catalog is just so long and it applies to a lot of situations that, well, you know what? In short, life is just way too short to act like you don't like Nicki Minaj. That's all I have to say for Karisha, because listen, imagine getting into a situation and you could have, consoled yourself by a Nicki Minaj lyric, but all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't do that because I pretended to not like the woman. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Ming Lee. Okay, I wish I could say I didn't see this coming, but I absolutely did see this coming. From the moment that girl decided to do interviews talking on Nicki Minaj and things like that, I came on here and I spoke on it. And I told you guys that I personally don't think that it's a good idea for Ming Lee to go on these podcasts and speak on her sister. Okay, because these podcasters, they want a viral moment. They do not care about the damage that they may cause in the making of the podcast. That's how brutal media is. That's how brutal the industry is. I said it on this channel, and you guys, some of you guys were in the comment section saying she can speak on her sister. Oh my God, it doesn't matter. That's her sister in real life. And I'm like, knowing how brutal and knowing how this podcast know how anything to do with Nicki Minaj will have their podcast go viral, I knew this was a bad idea, okay? And also, I found it rather contradicting that Ming will come out there and say that she wants to have a name, for herself. She doesn't want to be attached to Nicki Minaj. But these men would sit in those podcasts And for a quarter of the interview, they're asking her about the relationship with Nicki Minaj and things like that. And then, on the other hand, Ming is coming out there saying that, well, she doesn't want to be known as Nicki Minaj's little sister. I pointed that out. And some of you guys came in the comment section wanting to eat me alive again, saying that, oh my God, we should mind our business. And I'm like, she is bringing their sister business to podcasts. If it were like a Joe Budden podcast or something like that, at least I would understand. Okay? The type of podcast that she's going, sitting at and name dropping her sister and talking about her sister, these are like, oh, they're not even going to do anything for your career except destroy a relationship with your sister. And I said that, you know what? She's gullible. She doesn't know how brutal the industry is. I'm afraid to say that, well, what I said in that video really did come to pass, okay? Because 2 days ago, I did a video and I was talking about Nicki Minaj and the station head, where she was addressing somebody saying that, well, you cannot catch, talent like a cold. And I even said in that video that I didn't think that Nicki Minaj was talking about Ming Lee. I didn't picture Nicki Minaj as the type that would come with Ming Lee issues and address them on station head. Okay, so what happened is that these podcasters, the ones that interviewed Ming Lee when she was talking on Nicki Minaj, they decided to take that clip and say that, well, Nicki Minaj addresses her sister Ming Lee because of an interview that we did. Clearly, this is the podcast trying to market their podcast episode with Ming Lee. Okay, so that We Are in Miami podcast, that those are the guys that went ahead, took a clip of that station head, took Ming Lee's interviews, attached it together, posted it, tagged Ming Lee, and said that Nicki Minaj addresses her sister Ming Lee because of the recent interview on We in Miami podcast, okay? And I'm just like, clearly this is just marketing. But somehow Ming Lee thought it was a good idea to actually respond to that. And I'm like, is it her podcast? Because at this point, I'm now beginning, what does she have to benefit from these guys? Because clearly they're using her for marketing and she thinks they care. The fact that they took Nicki Minaj station head and attached it together with her interview with them, it's all marketing. And they even said full interview out now everywhere. And for some reason, Ming really thought it was a good idea to comment on that. And she said, I still love her. I tried as a sister to please her, but I realized I gotta please God first because only He can judge the gift He gave me. Okay, now this is unnecessary drama, and this is what I was talking about when I said that it was absolutely unnecessary for her to be going on these podcasts because the industry was going to use them. Now it's the smaller podcasts that have used her right now. Now, guess what's gonna happen? Those anti-Nicki Minaj podcasts and platforms, when they realize that, well, they've publicly fallen out like this, they will invite her for interviews, but not because of her talent, because they want drama. But anyway, you guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. I will just insert both the station head and, of course, what Ming Lee said in that interview. And you guys let me know in the comment section what you think about that.
When a person speak on a person they love, why would a person speak openly about a private person? Why would a person do that? Who would you speak about in your interviews if someone wanted to interview you? Yourself, right? It's always a bad sign if a person who's not even in your line of work. Why would a person speak? Is doing interviews with people in your line of work. Like, I think y'all think talent, like you could catch it like a cold. Or maybe people could pass it through the genes. Even with blood relation, what God has given to me is mine. You have to go and get your own. You have to discover whatever it is that you're great at. Being a mooch and a clown don't running my DNA, is doing interviews.
But what was life like for Ming growing up?
It was kind of hard, and I used to be bullied a lot for it because people used to say like, oh, if this person was your sister, why did she do this for you? Why did she do that for you? And it's like, at a young age, it's like, you don't know how to answer questions like those. I never needed her to help me get to my goal. I just needed her to see that I can do it, and she could be proud of me without having to think that I needed to have an easy way to get to the top.
Is that important to you to feel that sense of independence to do it yourself?
It really is important to me. I used to have this urge of just trying to like impress my sister. I'm not gonna lie, I always had this urge to impress her because anybody else I wouldn't give a about.
So what's your current relationship with Nicki?
We was never close. She was like always like busy. She be busy and stuff like that. I be doing my too. Like, even though people do think that like we are not cool, we're gonna argue. I'm not gonna lie.
But what was life like for Ming growing up?
We getting mad at me. But this is nothing new. Like, siblings gonna fight.
What you be doing, man?
I was gonna say, why?
Listen, bro.
Why do you think?
Listen,
Why you be making her
bro.
mad?
Ming is just Ming, bro. Respectfully, I'm not even gonna lie. I be getting everyone tight, bro.
People were saying that y'all look just alike. Do you think you guys look like twins?
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, wait.
Do the face. Let me see you.
so.
Let me see you do a face. Let me see you do the face.
There go.
And so for the people that don't know, you and Nicki Minaj are half sisters through your father, correct?
Yeah, through my father, exactly. We have the same dad. She was a good sister. Like, she did check up on me, my dad, from time to time. Like, she always made sure that we was, like, you know, at least good situated in a way. Like, it doesn't matter if she was distant or not. She was still, like, you know, being there. She was still making sure that we was all good. Like, I don't have no hate towards her. And if people think that I do, that's y'all problem, not mine.
Do you think that like Nicki may be trying to protect you from like
I
the
think
bad
so.
side of the music?
Absolutely getting mad at me. But this is nothing new. Like, siblings gonna fight.
What you be doing?
Well,
man, to make her
there
mad?
you heard that, you guys. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, you do know that there was a video that was circulating yesterday of the Transformer shouting from a car and seemingly getting into it with people. It seems like she's out there saying that people are just trying to make her look bad. Now, here's the thing with Ken, Barbie, and the Transformer. I think they need to understand that they could never control the media. Like, it's not possible to control every blog that is on on this earth. Like, it's absolutely not possible. But then again, these are the things that people learn during artist development, media training, and things like that. So because she skipped that stage, she still thinks that she can actually control what people can write about her. And the more she lives with that delusion, the more she will become, or she will come off as insane. Okay, because it seems like, well, they came out again trying to debunk that, and she said B is trying to be funny and make this something it's not, but I don't care. I don't like when people think they can bully me for no reason. Like, how you gonna do all that yelling, hit their car, and then call the cops, all because they're taking pictures in front of a building? So this situation had nothing to do with her, and she was still this is the part where I don't really understand, honestly. I'm just like, to begin with, I'm just looking at that and I can't believe this is what I'm looking at right now. So yeah, she's still trying to control these narratives and debunk everything that is put out there. But the more she does that, the more insane she looks, I'm afraid, okay? But that being said, it seems like Milagro and Ken, Barbie almost got into it. Now, you do know that the two of them don't see eye to eye because Ken feels like he can control what Milagro says or posts about his friend, okay? And the fact that Milagro really doesn't fold does not sit well with him. So what happened is that Ken, Barbie then responded to the video that Milagro posted and said, you're trying to be funny, but Cardi was defending those two girls in the Tesla from a car and harassing them and calling them black behind bees. And the other video describes someone trying to get a pic after she asked not to. I know you're supposed to dislike her or whatever, but come on now. And then Milagro said, listen, I don't have time for your nonsense today. She said, Ken, I'm about to eat. If it's true that she took someone's phone and did all that, it was unnecessary. And regardless of who she was taking up for, it's not the best time to be challenging people to fight and whooping and hollering. Why am I not supposed to like her? What narrative is it this week? You ready to address this, but when all that divorce drama happened, I was very kind. You don't even want to argue with me for real. You really just don't like my thoughts towards your friend. And I get it, but you really don't be listening. Ish be dry. And I'm just like, somebody in a camp needs to tell her that you cannot control the media no matter how much money you have. Like, how many people can you really pay off to talk nice about you? It's not possible. Okay? And I feel like this is the reason why she goes mad all the time. Can Barbie do your job? As a friend, okay? Anyway, let me know what you think about that. The next thing that we're gonna be talking about, Chloe Bailey. It seems like Chloe is out there, telling us that she's going to be dropping an album this Friday. And I'm just like, Chloe is now doing surprise drops. That's absolutely interesting. She said that, well, it's going to be titled Trouble in Paradise, okay? And people feel like the rollout is not rolling out, okay? People feel like that's such a huge risk, to basically put out an album when you're not a big artist, like a surprise album like this. But she feels like, well, it's about enjoying the music. It's not really about the charts and things like that. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section. Are you ready for some Chloe Bailey, project for new music from her? I don't know which one is the single now. I don't know if that song that she did, the one that's like the one that David Guetta did with what's her name, the girl. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, that vibe. I don't know if that's the vibe that the album is going to have overall, but I do wish you guys would support Chloe Bailey more, because I do feel like she's actually talented. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Rihanna is out there eating up at Carnival. I saw a couple of videos circulating of her, and it seems like she was having such a good time, and the body was definitely bodying. And one thing about Rihanna, I feel like it's also her confidence that contributes to her being such a fashion goddess, to being able to carry even whatever it is, whatever type of fashion it is. I just feel like she has that aura, she has that confidence, and she really can get away with wearing literally anything. That being said,
well, this was a Trump rally, and the thing that Kamala Harris had earlier this week was a music concert with Megan Thee Stallion, who has 33.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and she couldn't fill the arena. This
Fox, yeah, what is happening with this Fox news anchor that is out there having beef with Megan Thee Stallion, shedding the behind out of Bongo 2? I was just like, oh my God, who is not beefing with this woman? Okay, leave that. Leave Bongo 2 alone, okay? Allow them to be in female rap. Like, where do you get in? Okay, where are you getting into this entire situation? But anyway, this is what the man said. He said Megan Thee Stallion has 33.5 monthly listeners on Spotify, and she couldn't fill in an arena. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of true, but I mean... Stop it, we like it. But I'm just like, that is kind of true. She couldn't feel an arena, but still, coming from you, I don't want to hear it coming from you. I want to hear it coming from other people, not from you. Unfortunately. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, Mena. It seems like Mena is reflecting on her marriage to Safari, and in her mind she has convinced herself that, well, had they not involved producers in their marriage, they would still be married by now. Now, I don't know how to feel about this, because I don't think any amount of privacy would have stopped Safari from safaring. Okay, the man has always been a clown, so the man is a clown, Erica. It's high time you accept it. But how then would you have kept the producers out of your marriage when technically, allegedly, you might have gotten together for the show? So technically the producers are the owners, they're shareholders in that marriage, if Love and Hip Hop was the reason why you guys got together, as they allege in the streets, okay? So I really don't think that there was any way that you could have kept them out there. They had invested in your marriage, okay? If they had funded your wedding, if they had shares basically. So it's basically practically not possible to keep them away from the marriage. But that being said, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. Oh guys, we are at 15,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When I started this channel, I really didn't think it was gonna be this big. I mean, it seems small, but like from the perspective from where I started, honestly, I was with Fine Brown Girl, I was with Miranda. Shout out to Miranda, by the way, because of the Karisha story that we spoke about. It was her that was like, oh, can you comment on the Karisha situation? But that being said, as we celebrate 15,000, I don't take you guys for granted, and I promise you, when I started, I really didn't think that it was gonna be like this. It was just a girl giving an opinion on something that she likes, okay, on female rap, okay. And I remember the first video that I did, it was the Cuban Dough and Nicki Minaj video, and yeah. Thank you, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but yeah, thank you so very much. I'm very grateful for you. I really don't take you for granted. For all those people who are kind, thank you so much. Until my next one, see you.